Okay.
Action.
Okay, we're going to talk about the suspension. We went over the leaf spring suspension. Now we're going to go over the TAC4 torsion suspension on these. This is some of our newer engines. The Pierces have this TAC4 torsion type suspension. So with the torsion suspension, like I talked about in the PowerPoint, we're going to have independent front suspension. So like I said, the wheels are moving independent of each other. We're a solid axle suspension. What happens to one wheel affects the other wheel. This one, they move independent. So if this one goes up, that one just does its own thing over there. The reason it does that is you can see they're connected with control arms to the frame. They're not connected to each other like the straight axle. So these are control arms. They're A-arms. They're in the shape of an A. They go around the shock in the shape of an A, so they're called A-arms. This is the upper control arm, and this is the lower control arm. Much like a lot of cars have this. You might hear it referred to as wishbone suspension. A lot of off-road vehicles, trophy trucks, that kind of stuff have A-arms, just obviously different styles. So this is another type of A-arm setup. Like I said, upper control arm, lower control arm. In the middle, you have the shock. We'll have a video that goes over how the shock works. Just make sure when you're doing your inspection, everything is tight, the bushings don't look worn, you don't see any kind of play in here. The shock appears to be tight and there's no play that you can see. It's hard to see on this kind of stuff, but a lot of these have this blue marking. This shows you if a bolt has come loose. If this blue marking is off one way or another, you can see that it's come loose. So also we have the bump stop. So when this control arm comes up, it's gonna hit this bump stop and it's gonna stop it from damaging the frame or bottoming out the shock. So that bump stop just kind of takes the load on a bottom out situation. So back here, if we go back here, if you can see this right here is that torsion spring I was talking about. It's just a bar, but it's a spring steel bar that's connected solid mounted here to the torsion key. The torsion key is adjustable by this bolt here. You can move it in and out, which pushes the tires up or down. So you can adjust the torsion to stiffen it or soften it up. And then this torsion key stays in one spot. This thing is either splined or it has flat edges that will sit in here that'll hold it solid into this torsion key. This bar runs all the way up. It runs up under this battery box all the way up to this side. It connects to the torsion arm. Where it connects to this torsion arm, you can see it connects down in here to this torsion arm. So when this, or to this control arm, sorry. So when this control arm goes up, when it moves up in this, it moves this torsion bar, twists this that way. Twist it that way. So it's going up and it's twisting that torsion bar. That torsion bar wants to come back and go back to its original state. So it's gonna force this wheel back down. So when you hit a bump, it goes up and twists back down. Like I said, with my arm, if I twist my skin, then it springs back to where it naturally is. The same thing happens with this. Conversely, if this wheel goes down, say into a pothole or something, and it goes down, this torsion bar is going to twist this way, it's going to twist this way, and then it's going to come back up and return to its position. And so this spring here is actually what's supporting the weight of the vehicle. The weight of the vehicle is on here. It's set at a certain height via the torsion key adjustment, and once it's set at that height, it wants to return to that height. So this is the spring. Remember, the shock doesn't do anything to hold up the vehicle itself. The shock just kind of dampens the spring, the effect of the spring, so it doesn't bounce a lot. The shock smooths it out. The spring is what supports the weight. So we talked about leaf springs, we talked about torsion springs, airbags, and coil springs are the different types of springs you'll see on fire apparatus.